Kenya is the gateway to East Africa and a haven for wild animals. A money transfer service called M-Pesa has been gaining the incredible popularity of mobile phones to become essential to the country's infrastructure. Transfer money by using M-Pesa PIN number. M is short for mobile, while Pesa is a local word meaning money. Transfer agencies like this are found anywhere in the city. Mr. Charles Maina lives in Nairobi. We watch on as he sends money to a friend. First, he deposits the money at an agency.
How much did you deposit?
6,400.
After inputting his friend's phone number and the amount of money, Charles receives a confirmation email.
So 60,300 sent to Harirani. That's the end.
The money transfer takes about 3 minutes. The recipient receives the money after showing the transfer confirmation email to the agency. Safaricom is Kenya's leading mobile network operator and the initiator of the mobile phone money transfer service. Since the service was introduced in 2007, the company has grown to include a total of 15 million registered users, nearly 40% of Kenya's population.
Financial institutions themselves have been limited as to how far they can roll out, brick and mortar or, sort of geographical points of presence to get closer to the people. Phone usage in Kenya, it seems obvious that the best way to get the services even closer to the customers is via the mobile phone.
Added to the limited number of banks, the fact that less than 40% of Kenyan people have a bank account has contributed to M-Pesa's growth. M-Pesa can be used for online shopping as well as money transfers. This uniformed lady is promoting online ticket purchases in a Nairobi bus terminal. Until now, advanced bus tickets could only be purchased by going to the bus terminal. M-Pesa has solved that problem.
It's easy.
Yeah, this is much faster.
Yeah, it's much faster and easy.
Released in November 2012, M-Shwari is another step forward toward the next generation of mobile phone services.
And the other beautiful thing about this bank account, it's a first in the world. You don't need to go to a branch or to a bank to fill a form. It's purely opt-in by the telephone.
M-Shwari operates like an actual bank account, using just a mobile phone and an agency in the same way as M-Pesa. Money deposited in this bank account accrues interest, and financing can be arranged.
Only about 40% of the population has access to formal banking services, whether it's bank accounts or via. So there's this whole 60% that are not banked, or don't have access, and that's the whole idea of M-Shwari.
Mobile phone technology is also giving rise to innovations in the landlocked country of Rwanda in East Africa. Although memories of ethnic conflicts of 20 years ago still remain, Rwanda now has a fairly stable infrastructure, with exclusive residential areas in the hills. This restoration process has been called an African miracle. As a small country with limited natural resources, Rwanda has been striving to become an IT-oriented nation.
It's actually part of our big vision, a vision of really transforming the country from an agriculture-based economy to a knowledge-based economy.
America's Carnegie Mellon University, one of the most prestigious computer science universities, was invited to conduct IT industry training.
So that's another opportunity.
The university opened in 2012 with 24 Rwandan students. A full-scale campus with 150 students is scheduled to open within 2 years.
And my dream is actually to open a small startup when I'm finished here, to do into online payments and stuff like that.
You know, so we need investors to come here, but investors in brains, not in selling hardware, okay? That's what we need here.
Associate Director Professor Bezi stresses the strong possibility that mobile phone innovations will soon emanate from Africa.
Suddenly, you could communicate. This is the first time, so the impact on Africa is much bigger than any impact we could find in our country. There's no development possible without communication. ICT, if you now expand that to the use of information technology to help increase the productivity, automate business processes in enterprises, will have the same impact.
Supermarkets in Rwanda are already using a unique payment service using mobile phones. A customer takes a bottle of mineral water to the checkout. The assistant then sends the amount required to the customer via mobile phone.
Gets the information about the amount I've put in, he confirms it. As soon as he confirms it, it is paid.
In other words, this is a mobile phone debit card. As with M-Pesa, this is a transfer service for money that has been deposited in advance. Just then, the lights suddenly go out. Blackouts often happen in developing countries, but payment can still be made via mobile phone. What an amazing system! The developer of this system is Pivot Access, an IT business venture formed 4 years ago. Co-manager Alan Kajangwe studied computer science in the United States.
Our strategy has always been to focus on payment systems, paying for the utility services, electricity, water, paying for the airtime for mobile top-ups.
The company has also initiated business with Japan.
This application is one application that we built for him, for his company.
Today, the company that placed the order is visiting them from Japan. Mr. Tanaka is a developer of smartphone applications.
We are trying to implement this project, and we have come to an agreement with Alan regarding the cost.
Japanese companies usually place orders for overseas software development with China or other ASEAN countries, but the costs keep on increasing. Rwanda has progressed in IT and has emerged as a new supplier.
Young engineers are really enthusiastic. They want to try out new things with their own technology. Motivation is very high.
Alan from Pivot Access believes that increased business with Japan will be significant for Rwanda.
You know, offshore money that goes to pay developers outside Japan. So that's a lot of money. Even if we dream to have 0.5% of that, this partnership with Rexpert, grow to a bigger extent.